And I want to welcome all of our viewers and listeners as well. You're all extremely welcome to this conversation. Could you say a little perhaps about your time in UCC?
I still vividly remember the day in the autumn of 1964 when I walked up from the Western Road, because I was the first member of the family to go to university, and because at that time it seemed like a distant prospect for most of us. So when I found myself that morning walking up, it was having died and gone to heaven without the trouble or the expense. I mean, I was completely blown away by it.
Maybe you might take a trip down memory lane. I might ask you about UCC, how that was formative for you.
I think UCC, for any of us who were graduates, has left an indelible mark, both in the people we met and probably in the life choices we made. There was something about that campus, and there still is when I look at images, and I live in Cork now, so I have access to the campus, that I think it's physically a very beautiful place. And I think there's something about that, the architecture of place and the qualities of UCC, that definitely would have impacted my future career choices.
If you could reflect, first of all, on your memories of UCC, how would you have described yourself as a student?
I've got friends from UCC all over the world, a number of them in Australia. And I attended the BCom reunion a couple of years back, and that was a great evening. And you do see people from UCC pop up all over the place doing great things. So it's an institution, I think, which, spreads its wings far and wide. And I'm very proud to be an alumni.
But you studied law, and there is no doubt that your degree is very important to you in the work that you do now.
The degree has stood to me in ways that I didn't really expect at all at the time. I
might start off and ask you about your history in UCC, what you studied with us, and the memories you have of your time here.
Well, I was lucky enough to do an MBA in UCC in 2001, 2002. It was an incredible experience, I have to say. I had studied elsewhere previously, and I had been working for a number of years prior to joining the MBA program. I joined an extraordinary class of really interesting and motivated people, and learned so much through the program. And the program was really, really strong. And I've been, I found myself leveraging it since then, and it carries such tremendous credibility in Ireland and across the world, really. And the reputation of the college is one that is widely known everywhere I go, and it's a really powerful one to bring with me. So I'm very, very proud of that. Some of my best friends to this day are people that I was in class with during that MBA time.
What I'm curious about is why you think Irish people are so successful when they go away. Is it the quality of the education we get in places like UCC?
Well, I was very fortunate to have the opportunity to go to UCC. When I grew up, I never ever thought that I would ever go to college, although I dreamed of it. When I went to England and then came back, I had enough money to sign up at UCC. I had done well enough in my leaving cert to be able to get into UCC. UCC to me was extremely important. I grew up at UCC. It wasn't just an academic education I got at UCC, it was a life education.
Welcome, as it were, virtually to UCC, and hopefully at some point we'll be able to invite you back to UCC in person as well.
I had a great time in UCC, and I'm delighted to contribute to the speaker series.